You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo. Without further ado, we also have Brainwaves Advice Topic LLC. Salute, fam.
Salute, Rollo.
So, over the last month or so, we have these content creators mad at us in particular. And the reason why they mad at us is because we're doing greater in numbers, in strength, opportunities. Many things are coming to us because we have removed ourselves from these bondage sin content creators. They're still in bondage. They teach you being alone is bondage. It's of the devil. It's not of the Most High. Yes, people do things that is crazy. You got to be mindful of who you interact with, who you deal with, who you're going to be with. We don't disagree with that. The thing is, they pushing you alone for this various reasons. Just like how the devil got God to say, see, look at Adam, look at Eve. They don't listen to you, they listen to me. Because the devil was alone for a long time in darkness. And then he got the fallen ones eventually too. See, he don't mind you doing his work. Yet when you go to planet hell, you're on your own. And you're going to see all those things you've done wrong repeat itself every single day. It's going to be, you're dealing with it right now on this lower part of hell. Now you're going to deal with it in the lake of fire. And see, a lot of you, when they tell you to be alone, they're not telling you to be alone to heal. They telling you to be alone to go against God. Listen to what I'm saying. They're telling you to be alone to go against God. Not be alone to get healed, to have that conversation with the Most High, to get that healing, to get that situation out of you so that now the people that's supposed to be around you are going to be around you. And so many of you are following these people. You listening to them. And it irritates your spirit, yet you still listen to it because you don't believe nobody wants to hear what you have to say. No, you got to get out of that. You're wondering why things are not prospering for you. You wonder why your household is attacking you, or you're attacking your household because you're listening to these evildoers on here. These evildoers don't have no track record. They could be, the devil gives them money too. They miserable though. They got everything. It seems like it's legit, yet when you look at their fruits, it's not legit because they didn't get it the right way. Because if they got it the right way, it won't be no problems. And see, another thing is they're forcing you to be alone. The Most High said to separate yourself from them. He didn't tell you to separate from everybody. He said separate from those who's doing you wrong. Why is it that you men and women, you keep on holding on to people that don't want to see you successful? Why? Why are you accepting them? Ever since I have separated from these sinner YouTubers or sinner people in particular, look where my life has gone. The opportunities, brainwaves, Ringo, the list goes on. You have to cut these people off. You're not going to get far in life if you keep on thinking about them 24/7, fellas and ladies. Once somebody show you something the first time, believe it. Believe it. Don't take no risks. Don't take no chances with people that they showing you who you are. Why do you accept yourself to be a failure in life? I'm tired of hearing that. That's sinful. That's bondage. You're not supposed to be a failure. You choose to be a failure in life. You choose to. Oh yeah, you choose to. And so when you see people get out of that bondage of relationships, bondage of sin, bondage of nonsense, now you want to crucify them. Christ redeemed a lot of people. And some of those people still hated him for that. You got people hate you for redemption. You got people right now on this internet, off the internet, wherever you go, hate you for your redemption. They hate you, that's where you at. They don't know what what you've been through to get to where you at. They think this is easy. The Most High make it possible because we believe in Him 100%, not 20%, not 40%, not halfway, all the way in. It's either you all the way in or get the heck out of my life. I don't need you. I'm at peace because I trust the Most High. I know people can fickle, yet there's not everybody that's fickling around you. You cut your losses because of fear, because of your sick, twisted, demonic behavior, because you're around these people too much. Be alone, away from them, so you can get clarity with people that really want to see you win. Why do you want to accept mediocre? Why? These are mediocre content creators. Yeah, they got numbers, they got likes, they got views, they get support, yet they miserable. When I turn off this camera, I am happy. I'm at peace. I am where I want to be because of the Lord. I'm a testimony, y'all. I'm not supposed to be here in Florida right now. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm here because the Lord redeemed me. Brainwaves made the initiative to happen. You seen what happened. You got to take risks for great rewards. I'm here. I'm in the deep south. Y'all some of you in the south. Take notes. Stop being afraid of winning. Stop accepting mediocre. That's sin. Mediocre is for sin people. Don't ever tell yourself, oh well, I'm at this place and that's it. No, that's not your life. Some of you thought you wasn't going to get a car. You got a car. You got a wife. You got kids. Somebody believe in you, so that means that God gave you someone to believe in. Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. As long as God with you 100%, that's what that matters. Because the devil wants you alone. Because his time is short. Worldwide. Oh yeah. They mad that we get up and be successful. They mad that we in good spirits. They mad we move on. They want us to say their name, no. I'm saying the Most High's name to piss you off even more. Because he's greater than us. Cast them pearls out of you. Cast them soothsaying words out of you now. You've been warned. And get around winners. And stop supporting sinners. And you wonder why your household, you wonder why your wife left you. You wonder why your kids turn on you. Because you was around sinners. I leave the floor to Brother Brainwaves. Go ahead.
Listen, y'all. If you want to be like Christ, Christ didn't live an average life. Okay? What do I mean by average? Some people equate average to physical things. I'm going to give you that spiritual, right? He came here to do things that no other person in the flesh could do or capable of doing. He had a will and he had a mission and he had a purpose that no one else can do. And we got to get back to that. There are things that only God told you that you can do. Only you are capable of doing. And we must get to doing that. We cannot be mediocre. We cannot be average. We cannot settle for that. You see, that is a tactic of the devil to make you think that you're not great. To make you forget about you being an ambassador of the Most High. If you're walking this walk, this biblical talk, this biblical lifestyle, then you are an ambassador. Ambassadors are not mediocre. They're the ones that go out, talk about what everything represents. They get things done. They move on behalf of you, fill in the blank. So when it comes to what we're doing, we can't associate with these people that want to be average. You see, an average content creator, for example, only wants to sit on the internet, sit on YouTube, sit on social media, and do the same old beats, same old flows, like I say, that everybody else do. You know how played it is to just be making content, laughing, ridiculing, lying. You know how abundant that content is? That's average. That's mediocre. That's the path of sin. That's the wide path that the Bible talks about. But you don't see many following the narrow path, right? There are people that follow it. We're not alone, but you don't see many. And see, a lot of these content creators have influenced you all to just be mediocre, to be just like them. They've tricked you. This is the trick of the devil. They trick you into believing that by following them and doing what they're doing, that you'll somehow be great. But it's like what I said earlier. I said this in my live stream earlier. You got people that have certain talents, certain gifts, and they are yoked to wicked ones. They're yoked to evil ones. And so all that talent, all those gifts, they're not going to go anywhere with you. Why? Because you're yoked to them and they're not meant to go where you were supposed to go. You see, the Most High gave certain one of y'all gifts. Y'all know we have different gifts, as I like to say, for different ministries. One of my rap songs. We all have been given different gifts. Some got the gift of exhortation. Some have the gift teaching, healing, etc., prophecy. The list goes on and on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So we got different things that we're able to do. But see, they don't want you to be different, number one. They want you to fit in and be just like them. So they put out narratives. They put out messages. They put out content. They go on campaigns. They do all this so that you can't be a peculiar person. And the irony of this is some of these content creators talk about you're supposed to be a peculiar person, but yet there's nothing peculiar about them. Demonic, yes. Evil, yes. But they look just like everybody else. They talk about you just like everybody else. They move just like everybody else. They talking about the same type of content like everybody else. Remember I told y'all, I'm not like everybody else. I'm not like other content creators. I could be like anybody in this space if I want to. I have the talent and the skill set to literally duplicate any content creator out here. I could go into any direction, any genre, and I could run it all day, every day. But why would I be like somebody else when I'm unique? And that's how many of you are. Why would you settle to be like someone else when you're unique? And they want to attack you for being unique. They want to say something's wrong with you being unique. If you all remember, for an example, I always like to use myself as an example so that you can comprehend and you can understand what I'm saying. Remember how I was accused by certain content creators to have more followers than me, more subscribers than me, blah, 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 right? They said that there was something strange about me, something off. According to their own narratives, I fit the definition of a peculiar people that the Bible talks about. But yet they said that something's wrong with that. See the hypocrisy? And if you listen to these people, they're going to count you out of your blessings, out of your opportunities, out of your greatness. It's like what Rollo said. Ever since we stopped associating with certain people, look at how things have changed. Look at how we've elevated. Y'all remember even with me, I used to respond to people in my chat. Y'all remember how I used to clap back at, days? I mean, it was fun. But you know how I used to clap back at the trolls, clap back at content creators making videos. Now I don't even acknowledge them. and they just don't understand. How could I go from clapping back? They figured they had me played. They figured we got his whole game plan laid out. We know how he operates, right? Listen, demons cannot read the Most High. So when you following the Most High, they don't know how you operate it. They might have been around when it comes to flesh and carnality. They might be able to read that and figure it out. But see, when you're growing and walking in the Most High, they can't figure you out. And it disturbs them. Them demons say, I thought I had this person. I thought I knew how to make them fall. I thought I knew how to keep them stuck at a certain level. They don't like it when you coming up. They can't stand it. Listen, y'all, they be having more than you, and they don't like it when you come up. It's like what I was saying earlier in my stream. These people got more subscribers than you, right? But they don't like it when you coming up. You got people on the job, right? And equate job. If it's not job, substitute that out for in the classroom, in your neighborhood, at home, wherever you are, right? But you got people, for example, on the job, been working that job for 20 years, whatever. They think that because they've been there for that amount of time that they're automatically elevated higher than you, better than you fill in the blank, right? And they believe that they're entitled to things that you're not entitled to. They say you didn't put in the time. They say you didn't do this, you didn't do that, right? They say you didn't go to school. You're not qualified. That's what the world says. That's not what the Most High says, right? We see countless examples of the Most High qualifying and elevating people that don't have the so-called worldly qualification. And what happens is those people feel some type of way when you come up, right? That's why you can't be focused on them. You got to be focused on your purpose, focus on what you got to do, et cetera, et cetera. They want you to focus on them. They want you to focus on the drama they create. They want you to focus on the narrative. Why? Because it'll get your eyes off the prize. Your eyes will not be on the sparrow. Your eyes are supposed to be on the sparrow, like the songs and all the verses that we heard sing and sung. They want you to take your eyes off of that, focus on all the stuff and the distractions, and then you forget what you're supposed to do. So us as content creators, we are creating content. We're here making the moves that we make. We doing what we're supposed to do, and they can't stand it. So they running around trying to get us to focus back on them, and they don't understand why it doesn't work. Because you're weak. Because the devil is weak. Because y'all have no real power. Listen, y'all, they can get 1 million people. They can come out 1 million lives. They have no power. Listen, even their videos, check this out, y'all, and I'm giving this as an example. Even their content that they put out, right? When you look at their content, for example, when they try to slander my name, Rollo's name, Ringo's name, some of y'all that's here in the chat, y'all names, they criticize y'all as our viewers, as our supporters as well. They say something's wrong with you. When you really look at those particular videos, they not getting any views. They not getting any traction. Why? Because the Most High is not letting them get traction and get views. They're only staying stuck amongst the people right there in their room. So all of the people that's in the room, that's as far as it goes. Outside of that, it has no effect to anybody of importance. It has no believability to any other audience, any other person that would come across that. They just like, what is this? And it clearly exposes them as being wicked. But you know the saying, like I say, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of souls trying to pull you down in hell. That's what they depict. Bodies on top of bodies, hands on top of hands. Y'all seen the movies, y'all seen the books, y'all understand the depictions, right? All they want to do is pull you down. If they can pull you down a little bit, they feel like they came up. And see, this is where they're stuck. They're unable to pull you down. They're unable to pull us down. They're unable to make us sad, make us upset. As a matter of fact, I mean, we don't even acknowledge them. They don't even get the time of day. So they're really frustrated by it. They say, how could that happen? And this is what happens with people on your job. This is what happened with people in your neighborhood. Some of y'all were in relationships. And you say, you know what? I'm not dating that man anymore. I'm not dating that woman anymore. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm done. These people are holding me back. I'm destined for greatness. I'm destined for greater. I'm supposed to have a lot more. I should be a lot further than I am. And a lot of you have to stop and realize that they're not trying to win. They're already lost. You understand? Their soul is lost. They're misguided. They're on the losing side. Remember, the battle's already won. If you follow the Most High, the battle's already won. So if the battle's already won, and if the battle's the Lord's or the Most High's, then why are you trying to get engaged fighting a battle that's already won? Somebody make this make sense. But see, they are not on that side. So they're getting involved with trying to fight the battles. And they're doing all they can to hold you back, keep you back. They want to be attached to you as you can come up so that they can try to feed off of you and pull you down and ruin your attachment. And this is why we have to disassociate with these losers. See, we're winning for a reason. And I said this a long time ago. I said this last year in 2024. I said at the end of the day, you're going to see who's truly following the Most High, who's truly winning, who has the joy when you turn the cameras off. See, it's easy to act like you got the joy and you got the cameras. People fake the front all day long. Listen, y'all, I live in Atlanta, home of faking and flogging and fronting and stunting all day, every day. This is the new Hollywood of the South. If anybody imitates, if anybody's fake, I see it here, right? That's what this ATL is known as. So I see it all day, every day. I see how people acting like they got it and they don't, looking like they got it and they don't, et cetera, et cetera. It's no different here on social media. Like, I'm not new to this. I can sleep and still understand this. So what I'm trying to say is that you see that we're winning. They're not winning. A lot of the things that they said that they were going to do, they have not accomplished. A lot of the things that they said they were going to achieve has not come to pass. A lot of the things that they even said that would happen to us has not happened. And what they're doing is they're faking on the internet, trying to put a mask over, trying to act like they're smiling when they're miserable, trying to act like they're going somewhere when they're not. A lot of them said they was going to do this and do that, and look at it, they ain't doing nothing. They spinning their wheels, they run around in the same circles while you're progressing. You're coming up, you're doing better. Every time they see you, every time they come across you, more, you're growing. Listen, our physical things that we acquire and that we do is a reflection of our spiritual aspects. And yes, like Rollo said, don't be deceived, because the devil does give people too. And that's where they want you to think that, oh, well, they got this, or it looks like this is going on. That's the deception. You got to look past that. You need to ask interpretation via the Holy Spirit to be able to see through what they're doing. They're trying to deceive you into thinking that their way is right. Look over here, we're getting more views, we're getting likes. Look, they're talking about these things, they're doing this, they're not getting anything. Oh, so that's what it looks like on the surface. But see, you don't see the foundation that's being laid. See, we got a whole foundation that's being laid. We got a foundation with the community on YouTube, off YouTube, things that we're doing, everything is being laid. So it doesn't matter what happens, that solid foundation is there. And when the big bad wolf, which is the devil, and all his minions try to come around and huff and puff, they can't blow down what we got going. They don't understand it because our foundation is built on the rock. That's what the Most High says. It's his word. Come on now. And we not playing. We don't intend on losing. We not about to stop. We just getting started. We got so much to come. Many of y'all got so much to come in your lives. Man, look at all the testimonials and things that y'all have shared thus far and that you still have to come. But look at them. What are they sharing? Nothing but talking big bad about y'all, talking big bad about us, laughing and lying on our name, but their life is a wreck. If we were to shine the light of Christ on their life, they ain't about nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't going nowhere. Nothing is happening in their life. They stuck in the same spot. As a matter of fact, they not stuck in the same spot. They backslid. They slid back and they trying to act like they in the same spot. Things are worse. But they try to act like, oh, everything is good. Let me ask you, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna pass the mic back to Rollo, right? If everything was so good with them, how come they not talking about it? Why they mouth shut? Why they quiet? Why they not giving the Most High the praise? Why they quiet? Y'all, I've been saying this, stay so quiet. Just like Ringo said, come outside, where you at? You don't see them outside, they just quiet. They not making any moves. They not making any difference in anybody's life. They just in hiding. It's like they just hiding, hoping that they could take you out. Come on, man. This is crazy, man. Shout out to Elizabeth hitting that $1 super chat. I appreciate you.
Shout out to Elizabeth for hitting that $1. Let's go.
Hey, that $1, that's big money, Elizabeth. Listen, look, I don't care if it's 1 penny, man. I don't discriminate. Support is support. I'm not one to be like, oh, you only hit $1 on my. I'm not that type of content creator. I don't care if you hit it for a penny. I appreciate it.
That's very kind of you, Elizabeth, to do that. Very kind of you. So, let me just say this, y'all. You can't come around people with nonsense anymore. All the excuses as to why you in the situation you in, you're going to have to liberate everyone. And you're going to have to allow the Most High to cross those people out your life if you want to get to where you're supposed to get to. Because a lot of you have potential. The issue with you is that you don't want to let certain people go. I had to let certain people go. And some of those people was on point, it seemed like. They got everything together. They got this and that going on. They're in motion. So it seemed the whole entire time it was with the devil to try to get me away from God. You do not want to have God remove himself from you, or Christ, or the protection of angels, because then you're going to be really alone. And another thing with alone is that you're going to become doom and gloom. You're going to become despair. You're going to become hateful, backbiting against everybody. And y'all gonna be fighting each other for hot air in a lake of fire. Do you want to be that person? Y'all need to evaluate everyone that you deem that might be on point, may not be on point. Ask yourself this question. How is it in 2025 that many of you cannot get certain things? Do you ever ask yourself that question? Who are you talking to about your achievements? You can't talk to everybody about your achievements. See, a lot of things that I had to learn. I had to be mindful, cognizant of what I say, because it could be used against you, like the court of law. And we know the devil has his court, and the Most High have his court. So the thing is, you don't want to be around people that simplify as being in the truth. And one thing I notice about these entities and deities, they love to push that everything's fine with them, and it's not. They are lie, truth to the nail, just for them to have you in their presence. Because see, we can have a few people that support us, and we still moving around. You know what's crazy, brainwaves? We have the few supporters, and they're asking themselves this question: how is these guys still smiling, still doing the content, still making moves? And when we barely on, that's not because we don't want to be on. That's because we got other stuff going on. They don't have anything else going on for the most part. They're not mowing the lawn. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. They watching us more than we watching them. You the viewers, you come on here not only to support, you come to congregate with other people. And one thing I always would tell you is network with each other. If you're in a particular state, network with each other so that you can make some sufficient funds instead of worrying about these deities saying that you're going to be on your last dollar. Man, bunk that, man. You think the Most High going to have you on your last dollar? Are y'all crazy to believe that nonsense? Salute to Robert for supporting you again, fam. Let's go. Salute to Robert supporting Brainwave's platform again, man. You know, it's great to see that. It's great to see that, man. It's great to see that for real.
Right.
And all I could tell you guys and ladies is this before I turn the mic over back to Brainwaves. Love what you into as long as it's bringing you peace. If it's not bringing you peace, then you need to reevaluate that situation. The floor is yours, fam.
Man, you know what's funny? A lot of y'all had peace doing the things that you are doing and you want to do. And then you got people, meddling people, who try to get in the way and create confusion. And so the things that brought you peace and brought you joy all of a sudden became a frustration. That's what they wanted to do so that they can get you off of the path and get you to quit doing it. Don't let anyone stop you from doing what you do. Of course, like, haters want to shut you down. Haters want to stop you. They want to get in the way because they don't want to see you shine. Because you shining illuminates the demons within them. It illuminates their issues. See, you don't have any issues. They're the one with the issue. They're the ones with the problem. That's why they're bringing the chaos. That's why they bring in the lies. That's why they bring all the confusion. Listen, you didn't bring it. They're bringing it. You didn't even do anything to them. A lot of these people you may have never talked to, interacted with. If you have, there's nothing you've done to warrant the type of response that they give you. And y'all wonder where it comes. They see that greatness in you. And they're not focused on their greatness. See, they're focused on your greatness because they're trying to destroy your greatness. When they could be sitting there working on what they're supposed to do, they're too busy trying to destroy what you got going on. For example, as I said earlier, as a content creator, you have content creators, big and small, small and big. They spend all of their time focused on every single word that I say, that Rollo says, that Ringo says, that a lot of you say. They're going back, re-examining old videos, looking for this. They're desperate. They got their whole crew going through fishing for everything, looking for anything they can to try to make some content with hopes of re-engaging with us and getting us to respond. Instead of them working on their lives. And then you wonder why their lives broke, busted, and disgusted, because they got too much time on their hands. All of these people are going nowhere. These will be the people that's going to be in the exact same spot 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And as a matter of fact, some of these content creators, for example, have said that they were trying to do certain things or were working on this, working on that. And you will find that years later, you go fast forward from when they originally said it and you fast forward to now, they're in the exact same spot. Do you really want to be bothered with someone like that? Who acts like they're getting somewhere, who acts like they're having progress? Do you really want to yoke yourself to people like that? That you notice that ever since you've been yoked to and connect to. Listen, y'all, you watching certain content creators, you subscribe to certain people, you're following them, you're yoking yourself to them. And ever since you do that, you notice, man, it seems like I can't get anywhere. It seems like everything was fine. I just seem stuck. Guess what? You need to look at the people in your life and lives that may be stuck as well. Pay attention to people who you're around. These could be family members. Listen, y'all, this is a tough conversation. They could be family. They could be friends. They could be loved ones. They could be children. It could be your husband. It could be your wife. It could be anybody. If it's those close people to you, then of course it could be a content creator. Of course it could be somebody at your job. Of course it could be somebody in your neighborhood, et cetera, et cetera. Somebody that you cross paths with when you just doing your daily commute. And they be hating on you every time they see you. Why? Because they don't like the car you drive. They don't like how you drive. They don't like how you walk. They don't like what you got on. They don't like who you with. They don't like that you stop to get that cup of coffee or you picking this up for breakfast. Why he always got to pick this up for breakfast? Why she always got to get breakfast? I can't get breakfast. You be surprised. People be hating on you for the smallest things. You got people that view our platforms, for example, that be hating on us because we didn't say hi to them every time. Or we didn't play into their demonic bidding that they wanted. Or we didn't jump on one platform and say this. Listen, y'all, you got to do what you got to do. You don't have time to be focused on that. And especially, they're not a true supporter, because a true supporter will understand. Just like the saying goes with a true friend or a true spouse, a true husband, true wife. They get it. These people, they're not true. They're not truly down. They only been lying in wait like a lion. Do y'all understand how lions hunt? When you hear about the devil moving like a roaring lion, lions lay in the grass. They lay down. They lay looking in the cut. See, you don't notice the moves that they making because it's hidden by the grass that they in. It's hidden by the environment. So you don't see them. They laying in wait. They just ducking down in the cut. They can see whether it's daytime, they can see whether it's nighttime. They just sitting there watching, waiting, trying to find something to strike. And then when they think you're at your weakest, they think you're alone and isolated, they think you at that particular opening, boom, they jump and strike. And not only do they jump and strike, they strike in numbers. So you got people that will team up just to try to bring you down. That says a lot about who they are and a lot about who you are. And if you're the individual that it feels like multiple people are teaming up on you, then that means that you have some type of greatness in you and the Most High. Yeah, plotting is right. JT says plotting. Just like lions, they be sitting there plotting, laying in the grass, waiting. Did they make this content? Did they say this? Did they do this? You got people that's just trying to twist every little thing that you say and do and every move that you make and try to make it seem like it's wrong. Like, how many of y'all got coworkers that do that on the job? You doing everything above and beyond the book. Forget doing it by the book. You could write the book. You literally could write the book. You could set a whole new template on how to perform as whatever your job is on the job, right? Whatever type of title you got. And then you got people just trying to sabotage that. They don't like the fact that it's different. They were used to things being done one way, and then here you are, you came up on the scene, you changed the game. I'll give you an example. I came up on the scene, some folks like, who is this Brainwaves guy? He don't belong in this Israelite space. Who is he? He don't belong in this true space, this righteous space. I've been in this space for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. All of a sudden, this guy come up in here. All of a sudden, he's bringing about reconciliation. He's bringing about clarity. All of a sudden, he going around helping all these people, right? Folks don't like that because I didn't move like everybody else moved. I didn't be a snake. I didn't be evil. I took accountability. I did what I needed to do. I made things right. Especially when you're wrong, you take the time to help people out. That's when you hear the charity covers a multitude of sins. That's what the definition of charity is. It doesn't mean that you stay a wicked ass sinner and you continue to do evil stuff to people and think that you're doing charity that's going to erase that sin. No. What it means is that you take accountability and you no longer engage in that sinful path and you no longer associate with those sinful people. And then what you do is, along your way, you take whatever opportunities you can to help people. And it be quick things, it be easy things. A lot of times the Most High will test you to help people, right? Things that ain't no sweat on your back. It is not a sweat on your back, but to that individual, it literally means the world to them. You might just need to say hi to that person. The Most High might literally be saying, give that person an encouraging smile. Give them a fist bump. Or should I say, snap your fingers after you give them a fist bump. If y'all get a joke, right? It could be something to make an individual laugh. Bring them some type of happiness. The Most High can say there's no sweat. Maybe it is money. Maybe it is time. Maybe it is something that you can do. But it's something that you can do. There's no sweat off your back. And guess what? That is when you talk about charity covering a multitude of sins.
Yeah.
Okay? You got a lot of demons out here that pervert scripture, pervert the word. They pervert everything. They pervert who you, what you see, what you do. That's their job. Waco laughing about the... Let me do it again. Just to give some people some content. Because, you know, they ain't got nothing else to talk about. Let's see them talk about this. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I tell you, you cannot entertain and waste your time with these simpletons. You entertain them by your come up. You entertain them by your growth. You entertain them by your deliverance, by your healing. You entertain them by associating with others that are doing the same thing that you're doing. Healing, growing, being delivered, coming up. We call it winning. You see what I'm saying? We call it winning. Waco know what it is. Y'all know what it is about the snap. Y'all know what that snap is. Classic, iconic. Even go back to the military days in the Vietnam War back in the 70s. I'm telling you, man, we're winning and they're losing. For every time you see us just constantly winning. More joy, more happiness, more smiles, more opportunities. We're just getting further and further. We're getting healthier and healthier, better and better. Everything is increasing. And when you look at them, you see nothing but decrease. Oh, but wait, you don't see decrease. You know why? Because they try to hide it. They try to stay silent. And they try to lie. And they try to be quiet and act like nothing's going on. And what they do is they distract you by trying to say, look at this person, look at that person. And they hope that you get so occupied and preoccupied with paying attention to the noise that you don't realize the lie that's sitting right in front of you. You don't see the sadness on their face. When you look at these other content creators, when you look at co-workers, you look at other people, you can see how miserable they are. They are miserable. They can't stand the fact that you're happy. The fact that you smile, it literally eats them up. The fact that you make someone else smile or you make someone else laugh, it pisses them off, man. They can't stand it. So they got to go into a smear campaign to try to shut you down. That's all they do. And they will team up. Misery Love Company. So that's why they're going to team up. It's going to be tons of them. How do you know? Listen, it's not going to be a single particular individual. Look at how you notice, like even on a job, you got folks that click up on a job, right? And you can see maybe somebody will click up, or what they'll do is if they buy themselves, they'll try to create a click. They'll try to turn people against you. But guess what? Sometimes you have brought people so much joy. You brought people so much happiness. You stop to listen to them. You stop to hear them. They realize you care. They realize you've actually made a difference. You've done things to literally help them out and make a difference, right? That even when those people that are miserable, even if somebody, for example, let me give you an example. You can have somebody that's a supervisor, right? And they may be over a group of people, right, that work specifically for them. And you don't work specifically for them, but y'all work in the same building, the same department, or whatever, same division. The list goes on and on. Because you given the people that work for that toxic supervisor, the people that work under them, you giving them an ear, you giving them time, you giving them blood, sweat, and tears, etc., even they ain't hearing what they trying to say. And that infuriates them. That pisses them off, because what it reminds us that they have no power. Because they don't have power because they're following the devil, they're following wicked ways. Of course they have no power. And they're mad at you because you have all the power. So they want to try to take the power. They want to try to con you out of your power. They want to try to trick you out of the power that the Most High gave you. That's what they do. They think they can set you up, trick you, get you to stay, get you to respond, get you to do stuff, get you to engage in stuff, so they can so-called catch you slipping or set you up so that you come out of your power. It's not going to work. It doesn't work. And the same thing, like the example that I gave on the job, is what happens to us as content creators here on social media. We're winning, they're losing. And so they've been on a campaign trying to trick us, trying to trick you all, trying to set us up, trying to cause division amongst us, try to get this person to go here and get, like, they're trying to orchestrate too much. They're doing too much. Instead of orchestrating their own lives, instead of working on their own purpose, instead of focus on what they got to do, they too busy trying to steal our content, steal our talking points. How many people you know on the job, they be trying to take what you doing? They try to claim that you did, they try to say that they did what you did. You the one who put in the work, you the one that did everything, and they want to take credit for it. I know y'all understand me with that one right there. They want to take credit for what you did. It's no different on social media, man. It's no different. It's no different. That's what they do. They believe by stealing your credit that somehow that's going to elevate it. But you can never be elevated when you're in theft. You're under bondage when you steal. You're literally signing your fate when you steal. If you steal, you reap what you sow. If you steal, then things get stolen from you. Opportunities get taken from you. The list goes on. People plot on you. And this is why they be making content talking about everybody's after you and all of this. It's because they're reaping what they have sown. And they believe that this is actually righteous. It's wicked. Nowhere in the Bible did you see, even when Judas was plotting on Christ, did you see Christ fall? He did not. Judas was plotting on Christ, and Christ even knew it. But still, because of Judas plotting on him, did that cause Christ to fall? No, that actually led to his elevation. Some of y'all say, but then this caused Christ to get ratted out, and then blah, 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 and then they took him to the cross. They knew who he was. Listen, that set Christ up for elevation. When you hear the Bible says that he will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies, that's exactly what happens. When Judas ratted out Christ, it set him up to be hung on the cross. And because he was hung on the cross, next you know, he went to hell, took the keys from the devil, just messed up the whole power and the template of the law, that satanic law, rose, and now he on the right-hand throne with the Father. That led to Christ's elevation. He's forever immortal, eternal. That led to an eternal elevation. So when these people do this, they just set you up to win. That's why we winning and they losing. And let me make this clear. I'm gonna pass the mic again. Listen, y'all. Don't let these demon people on your job, in your household, around you, wherever you are, here on social media, steal your talking point and try to make it seem like they're winning, because that's what they do. Look, we're going to say the same thing that they're saying and act like we're winning. You can see through it. You can see through the lies, right? Actions speak louder than words. A picture is like 1,000 words, as they say. It would be receipts. It would be results. It would be evidence. And when you look at them, you see no evidence. You see videos, you see live streams, you see likes, you see clicks, you see views, but you don't see no evidence. What we showing you is evidence. When you look at our content, we show y'all evidence of our come up. Y'all are seeing things. Y'all see the joy, y'all see the materials, y'all see the relationships. Come on, man, y'all don't want no smoke. When I say y'all don't want no smoke, I'm talking about those evil, wicked ones. It's losing while we winning. They don't want no smoke with us. They don't want no smoke. They can't stand in the presence of men of the Most High. Look at what Rollo got on the screen. Got them J's on my feet. Like Miley Cyrus said, got them J's on my feet. I mean, just look at the come up, man. Hey, I'm saying, man. Got to smell good. Y'all remember how those content creators was making content talking about Rollo stink? All them people lies? Simply lies. Simply lies. And you know, I met the man in person. Nothing but lies, man. That's all they do. They make lies. Hoping that it's gonna bring everybody down. They don't show y'all any blessings. They don't show y'all anything good. They don't show y'all any encouragement. Listen, y'all, we're supposed to be together, not an island, so that you can be encouraged. You're like, hey, if God is doing that for you, then God can do it for me. Let me be encouraged when I have a bad day or a bad time or something like that. You can have a witness and be encouraged. They don't have witnesses and being encouraged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The top quality of Armani. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get you some top cologne for all my successful guys. Stop getting that funky spray and get the real deal. Make your worth. When you get them powerful colognes, you're going to have powerful results. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want no regular stuff. I don't care for regular stuff. I want top quality. I want top quality. And I'm going to get more top quality. Let me tell you something. When I got this top quality, this lovely lady put me on to it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting results. Oh, I'm getting results. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to make your worth. No more regular stuff. I don't want to hear that in my chat no more. Don't come in for me with the regular stuff. Them days are over. I'm no regular. We elite over here. Put yourself as elite for the righteous sake. Be greater. I got this included. They gave me this. Hold on. I'm not done. Uh-oh. They gave me some packs here. Where they at? Hold on.
Nah, Waco, you can like basic stuff, but we're not basic people. You see what I'm saying?
Look what they gave me.
It is.
Hold on. I got some more packs here somewhere. Hold on. Ooh.
It is, man. Opium.
Wait. What's this? What's this, Brainwaves?
You're not supposed to be showing that YSL, man. What you doing?
I'm not done yet. Ooh, this is the new one. Ooh. Listen, this one right here. Brainwaves, you better tell them. Brainwaves. I get a bottle of this, it's a wrap.
Oh, yeah.
I get a bottle of this, it's a wrap. What is this called, Brainwaves?
Nah, you need to let the people in the chat acknowledge. Cause see, I know, but let's see if the people in the chat actually know.
What are people in the chat? What y'all know about this? How much you think this costs if I were to purchase this? Ooh. All included. Why? Because I move correctly. Ladies, ladies. A man's supposed to smell good around you, great around you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, this is elite stuff.
That's
oh
elite.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is elite stuff. This small thing right here costs $60, y'all. Brainless will tell you if I'm lying.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the little thing here, I mean, you'll spend $130,
About
$150
$60.
just for a little bottle.
Yeah.
Just for a little bottle, easy. Listen, y'all, you know why we showing you these things? Listen, you know why we show you these things? Because we want y'all to expect more.
Yeah.
To expect greatness. Expect big things, right? Broaden your horizons. Now, a lot of y'all are saying y'all never heard of it. So now y'all have heard of it. Now y'all can look into it. Now you have things to expect. You see what I'm saying? We're all about bigger things. Never sit up here and believe that, well, this is it and that's all, and I'm happy. You want to continue to press forward. You want to continue to grow. You want to continue to expand, right? That's what you want to do. You want to continue to expect more. Because listen, if you're growing in different areas of your life, you're going to have increase. Things are going to naturally increase as other areas increase. Right? We got to stop thinking we're average. We got to stop thinking that we're just going to sit here and that's it. Y'all see what's on the screen? Y'all see what Rollo's putting on the screen? We've got to start thinking about more. It's going to grow. Stop being like, this is all I'm going to have. This is all I'm going to be. This is it. That's the mindset of those that's losing. And that's the mindset of all these so-called prevalent content creators. They have a losing mindset. Listen, y'all, they have stuff, but they have a losing mindset. They're not about growth and expansion. They just about, okay, this is it. And the only growth and expansion they want to do is in sin or to get more people to keep from winning, right? That's the only growth and expansion that they want to have. That's it.
Oh yeah. Thank you, RZA, for supporting Brainwave's platform. Thank you, RZA, for supporting his platform. We're gonna get right to it. Give 1 second, y'all. RZA, thank you for supporting my stream as well. Appreciate that. Supporting both platforms. Thank you. See, a lot of y'all, I want you to have this mindset of getting away from the devil's cologne. Anything that's under $50 is of the devil's cologne. Now, I had me a powerful cigar cologne. That's different because it's powerful. And I got it from New York. I could get them shipped down here to Florida. Outside of that, get you some ladies, there's some powerful perfumes you should be getting.
Right.
There's perfumes that attracts money. There's perfumes that attracts a partner. Fellas, there's cologne that attracts a certain caliber of women. If you want to get rid of those scallywags, get you some cologne like this. Ain't no scallywag gonna get near you. Oh, no. You're gonna have some high-end women getting near you. Why? Because they used to being around that. Yet, what you wear and how you look and how you present yourself will let you know about yourself. See, a lot of you ladies are not used to certain things because of the men or the people you've been around. It's been low tier. I don't be around low tier. And even the woman that introduced me to this is not low tier. Why did she say get the best? Nobody got this. This is new. This one came out a decade ago and it's still good. The point is, I want the best. Oh, I'm getting that Town for real soon. And it's a cologne that nobody knows about on the internet. I'm about to get. Ooh. Y'all see, I got that Birdman thing. I'm getting. Man, I don't care for regular stuff, man. I don't want no beat up cologne to be attracting these ninjas, these narcissistic demons. You wonder why you're not seeing the numbers in your favor. You gotta look good too. You gotta look good that matches your state. Whatever state you in, you gotta match what your state looks like, man. You gotta set yourself apart from these demons so that you could attract the right type of people, man. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of you guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why you're not seeing money coming to you? Because you're going in dressing at work like you ain't got no sense. Get your sneaker game up. Get your sneaker game up. Get your shoe game up. Get your clothes game up. And I guarantee you, you're going to see more money coming to you. People going to start taking you serious because you take care of yourself. Ain't nothing wrong being low key. You could be low dressing regular. What I'm saying is, if you want to get to the real deal, you got to look a certain way for people to take you serious. I'm sorry. That's the way the real world I come from. Especially down here in Florida. What? Take the what and leave the what? Its body oil's good. I'm sorry, I can't deal with women with body oil. I think I'm sorry. Y'all gotta get that soap. You gotta get that soap, that $50, $100 soap if you could get it. I mean, some of you can't get it. I'm gonna teach you. Let me tell you, ladies, something. You gotta get the most powerful perfume and body oils that is natural, but it's gonna cost a lot. That regular body oil y'all get $30, $40. That's messing up your JJ. That's messing up your pores, and you wonder why it makes you older. They ain't telling you that. Stop buying cheap. Think highly of yourself. When I put this on one time, it's for the whole goddamn day. Sometimes 2 days, 3 days. No, I can't deal with no woman with no regular. But oh hell no! You can't get near me with that regular stuff. Hell no! It's gonna turn off. You don't want no man that's looking busting and disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Reiko, you good. I appreciate that we all help you. We listen. That's the Most High's doing. All this to the Most High that the people came through for you. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do it. Nobody. No. Hell no. I don't know about you, Brainwaves. I can't deal with no regular body oils on a woman, man. It just turned me off, man.
I mean, I know the difference.
Yeah.
See, like me, I know
Explain
the
to me,
difference
brother.
between
Explain
quality and I put it like this. I know the difference between elite quality and average quality. Let me say it like that. So it's just with me, if you're not shooting for it, okay, because like everybody's at a certain point at a certain particular time, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be trying to shoot for it. That can't be where you're stopping. You can't be like, okay, well, this is it. I'm good. No, there should be, okay, well, I want to shoot for something better. I want to shoot for more. There should always be a drive of increase, a drive of bettering. If it's not that there, then that's stagnation. And I just can't get with stagnation, no matter how it plays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I understand if somebody's at a certain point, that's where they are. Okay, so make a note. If that's where you are and that's all you have access to and that's all you can afford, then you need to make a note and say this time next year or this time 6 months from now or this time whatever, you need to start making plans so that you can progress forward. You should always have increase. This is what I was talking about with some of these content creators. They talking about bragging off of stuff that they did like a million years ago. And when you look at them, there's no increase. There's no signs of growth. Things that they say that they're supposed to do would do. There's no, it's at the same spot. It's in the same level. You know, like for instance, like if you're in elementary school, you know, you got pre-K through 5th grade. So it's like stuff is stuck there. If you're in middle school, you got 6th through 8th grade. It's like they're stuck maybe in 6th grade or 7th or 8th grade. They might be at the 8th grade level. It's stuck. Well, if they're in high school, you see what I'm saying? They may be stuck at a freshman, 9th grade, 10th, whatever it is. Like they're stuck. They may have moved in a little round, but they're stuck there. So we always should be progressing forward. there should be goals to move forward. And if you don't move forward, something's wrong with you. This is why jobs always have an annual review. A lot of people say, why my job got to do an annual review? Why they got to call me in? Why I got to have this meeting? Because they trying to make sure that you're progressing. They want to make sure that you're progressing and make sure that this is a fit for you to progress, as well as they want to make sure that you're bringing the company progression. They don't want you working at a job and you bringing a job down. That's why we said the same thing as content creators. We don't want people that's following us and rocking with us that's not trying to move forward and progress. You can progress at your own pace. Everybody got different paces. Some people are going to do stuff overnight. Some of them will be a certain month plan, maybe a year, but it needs to be progress, right? We're all about growth and progress. When you look at how Christ walked when he was on this earth, he was always moving. He didn't stay stationary. He kept it moving, as they say. He kept moving. He moved, he moved, he moved. He did whatever he needed to do. He helped people. He blessed people while he was moving. But he was moving. We should always move forward. When you look at kings and with society and kingdoms, they always want to progress and grow and move forward. We should always be progressing and moving forward. When you play sports, you're always trying to progress and move forward. Move the point scores forward. Move the ball forward. Whatever it is you're playing, you always need to move forward. There shouldn't just be no stagnation, right? So that's what we're talking about. This is what we're trying to get y'all to understand as it relates to certain colognes or perfumes or clothes or jobs or content, whatever it is that we're talking about here. Food, exercise, your health, it doesn't matter. There should always be a drive and a desire to progress, not stay in the same spot. Look at the people that's stuck in the same spot. And if they're stuck in the same spot and you're trying to get somewhere, then you're going to have to create distance between you and that person or those people, or completely cut ties with that person or those people. Because if you don't, they're going to weigh you down and keep you in the same spot. Yeah. And that's why certain content creators, for example, didn't like when we jumped up out of the Hebrew Israelite toxic community, because we progressed forward. And they like, wait, where are you going? They still stuck up in it. Now, a lot of them are quiet now. They don't use the term Israelite. They use the term FBA. So guess what? We bring you that FBA content. It still applies. It still applies. It don't matter what community. They're still not progressing forward. They're still not making anything better. They're still not helping. All they're doing is talking about people like us, for example, and talk about the same type of content that they talked about 8 years ago, 5 years ago. Look at their channels. Look at their content. They talk about the same old beats, same old flows. No growth. Everybody sound the same. Look around. It's nothing changed. It's nothing changed when you look at them. It's nothing changed when you look at their content. That's all it is. It's the same old beat, same old flows. And then the people that they click up with, it might be somebody new. They on the same tip. They doing the exact same thing. And you know what's sad? Some of these people that clicked up with them caused them to lose so much, you don't even see them anymore. They no longer on the internet. They cease to exist in their particular area. Some of these people might actually have kicked the bucket for all we know. They're just gone. They fell from grace so much fooling with those people. I mean, if you want to kick it with losers, you know, it's a lot of out there. The majority of people want to be on that losing tip. That's the wide path. The Bible says to take the narrow path. The narrow path is winning. The narrow path is the elite path. If you follow what the Most High says, you're going to win. That's why we win, and that's the elite path. They want to lose. We ain't trying to lose. I'm not trying to lose. Rollo's not trying to lose. And the people we associate with are not trying to lose. I know y'all don't want to lose. I've talked to a lot of y'all off of YouTube. Y'all not trying to lose. So what we're saying is for y'all to think this way. Think about even the little things, the perfume you put on. Think about how the perfume you put on can open up doors for you ladies. That's the cologne that you put up, fellas. Somebody might smell that cologne or smell that perfume. It's like, aha. They're moving like somebody that's moving elite. They're not somebody that's going to pull me down. For example, let's say somebody could give you an opportunity, right? A come up, right? But then you got some cheap perfume or cheap cologne on, and then they put you in the presence of other people that are great, right? Other people that can open up doors, a certain presentation. They ain't gonna be like, wait a minute, wait, this your person, this your guy, this your girl, and you brought her, you brought him, you brought them around us smelling like that. They're gonna mess up our clients. They're gonna mess up our business. Listen, one thing like Kevin Samuels used to do. That's one thing I got to give Kevin Samuels credit.
Yep.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was on that presentation game, like white on rice. He always told you just the clothes you need to wear, this how you need to dress, this how you need to look. Even on his shows, he would tell women, hey, this is the type of guy you need to be getting with, or you need to do this plan. You got X amount of time if this is what you're trying to do, or you don't have time. Like, he kept trying to give you a progression plan. And see, that's why a lot of people got upset with him. I mean, of course, he had fun. I'm sure, he trolled some people. That come with the territory of being on social media. But all in all, he was teaching you how to come up. And see, he was teaching people how to come up so much that some people got upset with him and they tried to take him out. Sound familiar? That's why it's certain people we not trying to rock with, we not trying to move with. Right? We not trying to rock with and move with certain people because all they want to do is they like crabs in the barrel. They're miserable. They're stuck where they are. They'll never get the opportunity to come up. So they want to try to pull you down so they can look like they better. Oh, those people talking about winning. Look, I pulled them down. I made them lose. I'm the winner. No, you're just evil. You just want to keep people right where you are so you don't feel dumb. You don't feel stupid. You don't feel wicked. It makes you feel better. That's what people do. We're not doing that. We're not about that life, y'all. Listen, half of 2025 is vastly approaching us. When we get to the end of this month, half of 2025 is done already, y'all.
Yep, we already in 2026, quote unquote. Yep.
Like, it's done. I'm telling you, man, we ain't got time for this. So we got to really shift what we're thinking about, shift what we're focusing on. This is why we get criticized on the content that we make. You got content creators telling us we shouldn't make videos, we wrong, or we this and this and that. Those people are evil because they don't want you to shift your mindset. They don't want you to shift and look at certain things and think differently. See, when we show y'all certain things, for example, when we make FBA content and we show y'all certain things, what we're doing is we showing y'all how to think differently, how to behave differently, how to distance yourself from certain people. They might look like you, they might sound like you, but you don't need to move like them. Just because they look like you and sound like you, are you going to do it because everybody else is jumping off the bridge? You going to jump off the bridge too? You going to do it just because everybody do it? You going to follow the wide path? The wide gate, you going to go through the wide gate or you going to follow the narrow path? Which one? Elites follow the narrow path. Elites blaze their own path. Elites are trendsetters. Elites are leaders. Elites don't care what other people say. You see, the problem with those folks losing and those content creators that are losing, they're not leaders. They're not elite. So they're afraid to take that narrow path and talk about things and do things that could actually lead them to greatness. Because they're not about that life.
Exactly. They're not. Now, Waco, here's the thing. I see what your ladies and fellas are saying in the chat, particularly you ladies. Look, at the end of the day, y'all gotta start thinking. Y'all think that every expensive perfume for you ladies is bad compared to the cheap ones? Do y'all realize that while there are some cheap ones that's great, it's not greater. You have to start thinking big. There was this one particular lady, she bought this $1,000 perfume, lasted for a year. And she was a sister. Right now she's a multi-millionaire, not only because of the perfume, it's because she was charismatic. She took care of herself. And a lot of you ladies don't want to hear this. You got to get back in great shape. You can't, listen, I'm telling you right now from my experience, when I was on the heavy side, I didn't get that much, things going because I was on the heavy side. They ain't going to say nothing because you know how society is. You got to look healthy. You got to look great, y'all. A lot of you got to get back in great top shape. And what's going to end up happening is your body is going to it's going to consume more your pores, get rid of all the toxins out of your body, get rid of all that whatever it's holding in. Yo, you could be buying cheap things and it takes you far. It's not going to take you farther. I want y'all to go further than where you at, because looks. I'm gonna say this, brainwaves. When I went to a particular place, right? Let's just say when I went there, man, yo, they want people to come in that's in tip-top shape. You gotta be under 220 pounds to go to the spot I want to. The reason for that is because liability. A lot of companies now, brainwaves, when they see you on that, for you women that's short and chunky, or you men tall, chunky, or medium, short, chunky, you're a liability. And what I was told, this is facts, brainwaves, you can tell me if I'm lying. When I was told, depending on the hospitality officers, I noticed a lot of officers is getting laid off in certain police departments because they're on the heavy side, and the women too. Case in point, look at the Knicks, right? Why the Knicks lost? Towns is out of shape. Look at the Pacers. Everybody in shape. Everybody's moving. Everybody's flowing. Same thing with OKC. We gotta go back to looking good. You can't. A lot of us is looking unhealthy. You gotta get yourself back in shape, y'all. I'm sorry, man. That includes myself. You think I'm gonna be just 340 pounds again? Hell no. A lot of y'all gotta get back in shape. And that's gonna knock off all the toxins, all the nastiness, all the disgustingness. It's gonna flush out, and once it flushes out, you can smell even better. And I noticed a woman told me this. She said, "Hey, you smelling more better than a few months ago." I'll let you explain, brainwaves, because you in that weight class. You know what I'm talking about, man. Go ahead. The mic is yours.
I'm also say something real quick too before I forget. Listen, when it comes to like the conversation with elite items, you don't necessarily even have to spend the amount of money that you think, right? Everybody that has elite things didn't necessarily spend top dollar for it. Okay. As a matter of fact, a lot of people get things at a discount. They know who to talk to, they know who to deal with, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to make it known that just because something has a retail price or this price doesn't mean that that's the price that you're going to pay or that you're going to do as elite. We got to shift our mindset into saying, well, hey, that's too much money. I would never spend that money, so I won't get it. What if somebody gave it to you for free? What if somebody gave you something for free and covered taxes, covered insurance, covered all the expenses, maintenance, anything with it? What about that? Right? What if all that was covered? Would you consider it then? So, we got to shift how we look at stuff. Back to the weight thing, right? We have to press towards being in shape. And our shape based upon our height, our frame, our build, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of us have gotten away from that because of sin. See, this is what we're talking about. We listen to people in sin. A lot of people were in sin, so it got us off that path, right? Now, we have to get back on that path. If we're not at our ideal goal, then we just need to take steps and be on that path. Listen, y'all, a lot of people get focused on the destination. You get focused on arriving. Did I hit my weight goal? Am I there? Focus on the path. You'll get there. It's like playing sports. A lot of people get caught up in scoring. They get caught up in moving down the field or the court or what have you, that you miss the actual plays in between. They get you there. We got to focus on the work that it takes us to get there. And it is true. A lot of companies do see individuals that aren't in an ideal shape or within a certain frame, especially depending on what you do, that is a liability. And oftentimes there are situations that have played out to where it has been a liability. Yo, Ringo just pulled up. So we have to strive towards greatness, strive towards winning. This is what we've been talking about the whole time. Look at where you are and stop thinking that it's okay where you are. We've got to progress forward. We're creatures of evolution. The Most High made us to think. He created us in His image. We're supposed to be great. We're supposed to do great things. We're supposed to continue to do greater things. Literally, the Bible says, greater than these things will ye do. You will do greater things. How are you going to do greater things if you continue to stay the same, think the same? That's no progression. That's stagnation. And we can't be comfortable with that. Right? As a parent, don't parents generally want more for their children? Don't parents generally fight and strive and do everything they can to provide more for their children than they had? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I don't understand anything out here. But don't parents generally fight to provide more for their children than they had? That's called progression, not stagnation, right? Now, if you don't do that for your children and you don't want that for your children, then yes, that's stagnation. That's evil. That's losing. That you're causing your children to lose. You're setting your children up for failure. We see them in these stories here that hit the news. We see them in the school system. You see them in the neighborhood. You see them in the stores. You see them everywhere. You're like, oh man, these parents are setting these kids up to lose. Well, this is what we're talking about. We're trying to get y'all to think differently. I know some people are looking at something as small as a cologne and perfume. Look at the small things and apply it to other areas in your life, big things. We've got to think differently about everything. Now see it. Let that be inspiration. Y'all know where Rollo was. You know what he had to overcome and what he had to deal with. And look at what he's holding in his hand right now.
That's right.
Encouragement, y'all. That's what I said earlier. When we show y'all that we're winning, that's encouragement. That, hey, if Rollo can do it, and I know where he is and where he came from, I definitely can do it. A lot of y'all have not had the setbacks that Rollo has had. And look at where he is. And he's steadily coming up more and more and more and more.
Winning sneakers. Yeah, my winning sneakers. My winning sneakers, y'all. Oh, man. All the attention I was getting. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, man. Interesting attention. I want the great. I want the best. I'm willing to spend the money to get the representation going because you got to look good, smell good. I'm in the top state in America. I'm in the #1 city in America. And I got to get around those people, the winning people. Y'all seen the spot I was at, all my members only. Y'all see where I was at, some of you that watched it live. Hey, Brainwaves, I was around them German people, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if
for
you've
sure.
seen the video. Man. Man, there was some important people in there. There was a brother in there that I met from YouTube. Him and this Latino lady. You seen the sister walk by. She works for the Congress for Florida. It's like it was so many important people, man, that I was just chilling, man. That's like it was amazing, man. Just to where I come from to where I'm at now, man. It's great, man. I want the best, man. I want to be in those places, man. I had me some interesting food, man. Bro, the chef was good, man. The guy, he was good, man. He gave me some scrambled eggs and the bread, and I was good for the whole day. Let me tell y'all, man, there is places that y'all can get food for a decent price. You gotta put yourself out there.
Absolutely.
Man, it's great, man, to eat well, man. It's great to eat well, bro. Absolutely, Ringo. Yes, I was. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep.
Facts. And you know something that, and I want to say this is not just specifically for Waco, but I want to use Waco's comment. Leave that on the screen right there, Rollo, because that's exactly what I was talking about. What I want y'all to understand is that Waco said that she's from a small town. It's probably why she didn't know what, like with the cologne and stuff like that that you had, Rollo. So what I suggest is every now and then when you get an opportunity, get a chance, go visit a big town if that's where you're from. If you're from a big town, go visit a small town. Go somewhere else. Go see something different so that you can have, again, a traveling man, as Rollo says. You can be traveled. You can be well cultured. You can understand because
Yep.
there's a lot to learn and a lot to know no matter where you are. And a lot of these things still apply. They still apply. Like quality still applies. Elite stuff still applies. No matter where you are, where you're going, these things still apply. Sure, it might look a little different. It might be packaged a little different, but it still applies. You know, the culture's different depending on where you go. But again, it still stands. It still applies. So these are some of the things that we're talking about. So, you know, keep that in mind. So, like, look, that's a prime example. Waco says that she does travel for work a lot. So, when you travel, for example, Waco, that's when these elite items could come into play. Maybe when you're chilling in a small town, it doesn't matter, right? But then when you're around the elite, this can lead to more opportunities for you. This can enlarge your territory. It can expand things. There's a lot
That's
behind
right.
this,
That's right.
right? Y'all got to understand it's not so much that you got to be living in sky rises and driving Ferraris and private jets and all of that. But what we're saying is that you never know when you might be in the presence of somebody that will take you for a ride in a car or on a plane or with their business or this or this, that. You never know when you're going to be exposed to those things. And people
That's right.
need
You
to
got to be
know
ready.
you got to be
You gotta
ready.
be ready. I
Like,
let me just say this to you, Waco. My fault, brainwaves. Waco, you're in the presence of important people. You just have to put yourself out there. You have to get your resume out there. You have to believe that you have the chance. A lot of you ladies, you push your opportunities away. And I'm gonna tell you, as a man of my integrity, I can't be around women that don't believe in themselves. Not to say you don't, not to say you do. It's just that your conversation, it could turn off important men. Now some men, because they don't got no women like that coming around, and I'm gonna keep it real, they're gonna kiss your behind. I don't kiss nobody's behind respectfully. I'm just letting you know I see potential in you. It's just certain things will push a man of a place away. And that's what a lot of women don't want to face. Is that words could determine if the man's gonna want to get with you or not. Me personally, I can't deal with anybody that don't believe that they could be sitting with important people, because when I get around my circle, my true circle, they have importance of what's going on in their life. And the last thing I want to do is bring people along and they're not ready. You got to be ready. Waco, you could go to your site tomorrow and you doing something important. You doing your paperwork, whatever the case may be. People are watching, and there's somebody that's watching that's willing to help you. Yet you keep getting, if you keep on getting down on yourself, down on yourself, down on yourself, then you're going to attract the wrong people. And a lot of people don't want to accept that, man or woman. Some of you guys, like I tell Corey, you know what I'm saying? I say, Corey, bro, do your resume, upgrade your resume so you can get in the seat. You've been at a certain position too long. A lot of you stay in that position because you're in fear of rejection or opportunity. You can't go in fear. That's like me saying, you know what, I'm here, I'm supposed to sit down and that's it. No, I've got to go out there. I have to make up for what I lost last year, and the Most High has provided me that. And so, to whom much is given, much is required. So, if you want to get around certain people, so your life could change, you have to put your closed mouth don't get fed. And see, we want to see you win. That's why I'm glad my supporters supported you by the Most High's doing. So take that lesson and say, you know what? Yeah, Rollo is right. Let me get my paperwork together. Let me stop worrying about everything else that's around me. Let me build my character up so you can meet the most important person in your life. Go ahead, brother Brainwaves.
I see one thing I want to touch on in the chat. Elizabeth says I do the basic stuff as well, so I can do more for my kids. What I want to challenge you, Elizabeth, is to change your mindset. You see, if you can do more than just basic stuff, you can do even more for your kids. We've got to stop thinking the poverty mindset, the this is all I got, this is all I can do, this is all I need, yada, yada, yada. Listen, I understand about being basic. It's not about being fancy, right? It's not about being fancy, it's about being elite. Y'all got to understand. It's not about a necessarily like anything in particular in terms of a particular name brand, a particular thing here or there. We're trying to get y'all to change your mindset. Do you understand? You got to change your mindset on how you see things. It's like what JT said. You got to have a royalty mindset. So if you see yourself doing more and not being basic, then you can provide more than just basic things for your children, for example, right? And I'm not picking on Elizabeth. I'm just using what she said. Like the engagement is excellent here in the chat because it's
Right,
allowing us to explain what we're talking about. We're talking about winning. So think about this, Elizabeth. Let's just say whatever it is that you do, whatever basic stuff that you do, you don't have to say anything. You don't have to put your business out there, right? Let's say that you go from just doing basic stuff to doing winning stuff, elite stuff, right? Think about what that means for your children. Think about how much more you could do for your kids if it's just for that exact same reason. So these are some of the things that we trying to get y'all to think about. We got to stop looking at it as it's not a conceited thing. Like I said, I'm not sitting up here trying to come up here and be like everybody's got to be driving Ferraris and Maybachs and private planes and staying in sky rises with custom tailored clothes and all this stuff. That's not what we're necessarily saying. I mean, I'm not knocking it if that's what you want to do either. I'm not knocking any of that if that's what you want to do. But what we're saying is that you got to think of yourself as elite. Whatever you do, for instance, if you are a baker, then you need to look at yourself as an elite baker. If you are a school teacher, then you need to look at yourself as an elite school teacher. If you are a content creator on here, you got to look at yourself as an elite content creator. It's not about how many subscribers you got or the particular stuff. It's about how you see yourself. Because when you see yourself like that, other people see yourself like that, and you get opportunities and things come for you. You get respect, you get doors open up, all types of things that happen for you when you see yourself. See, these other content creators want you to see yourself as nothing. They want you to look at them as everything. They want you to
exactly.
see them as elite, and they want you to think of yourself as, oh, woe of me, I'm broke, busted, and disgusted. Every time I turn around, I got problems. I can't work with nobody. I can't come around. Everybody's after me. Everybody's fooling me. Demons in disguise. I got this. I got that. Like, who wants to think like that? That's
Exactly.
people that lose. That's a loser's mindset. And they want you to be a loser just like them. Why? Because misery likes company. So we're challenging you all to think differently. Whatever it is that you do, you be the best, whatever it is that you do. You
That's
think
right.
of yourself as the best, whatever it is that you do. Stop thinking yourself, well, I'm nobody. I'm just here. I just do this job. I just come home. I just could like stop thinking about that. Think about you're living your dream life. Think of living your dream life. Get a vision board. Start talking. Start praying. Start getting around the right people, the elite people that will elevate you. We've been around people too long that keep us broke, busted, and disgusted, keep us stuck. And it seems like a lot of people like being stuck because they like the pity parties. We not about that life. We're about elevating people. I've been saying this even long before I even came up in this community,
That's
before I
right.
even associated with Rollo, Ringo, anybody in this space. When people deal with me, I'm about elevating people. I'm about people coming up. When I talk to people down the road, I want to hear progress. Yes, things are getting better. Things are even better. Things are good with my family. Things are even better with my family. Wow, they're winning. Things are good on my job, in my life. I got love now. I'm joined. The kids are here. Like, I'm about elevation. I'm not about that demon time.
That's
I'm
right.
not. What these people try to put stuff on me that I'm not about. I never have and I never will. I've always been about encouraging. I've always been about uplifting. I get hated on because of that. Because people see that when I come around, when I speak, when I cross paths, when I work with people, when I do things, they come up. They got more joy. They got more happiness. They elevate. They get stronger. They get wiser, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever it is, you fill in the blank. They do better on their job. Everything comes up. The demeanor, the morale, the vibe, everything goes up, right? And some people, they wish that they was the ones that could do that. And they can't do it. So they hate and they get mad. And as it relates to this social media space, that's why they do it. All they bring is anger and sadness and down and, this and that. They don't encourage y'all. They don't go hard in the paint and show y'all tough love and be like, hey, you should have more. You need to think greater. Elizabeth, you're a mom. You got kids.
That's right.
Leave a greater legacy for your children. I know you want your children to be great. I know you expect them to be great. So if they see their mom blazing that path for greatness, how much more greater your children gonna be? You see what I'm saying? That's elite mindset. That's elite thinking. That's elite winning, right? That's why we're here. That's why we're not supposed to be alone. You got these evil content creators. Be alone, be alone. Everybody's out to get you. That's a bunch of bull. They're demons. So of course they're gonna attract demons. They're in sin. They're gonna attract more sin around them. That's why they be getting all these numbers because that's the wide path. Everybody like them up. Everybody subscribe them up. Everybody support them up because sin is wide. Sin is running rampant. How many people are running in sin versus people that's actually trying to follow these scriptures? So you wonder why the mindset of the majority of people, I got just enough. I'm better. We ain't on that tip. That's where you are. Then you need to make a note on the calendar that today, June 3rd, 2025, that's the last time that I'm going to be thinking I got just enough. I'm barely getting by. You're going to be like, I'm going places. I'm moving up. We're moving further. We're progressing. We're growing. We're not staying stagnant and sitting at the same job, sitting at the same spot, doing the same thing, just stuck for the rest of your life. That's that old school mindset. That's that poverty mindset. And you had a lot of people that had wealth that literally forced poverty on us. Not only did they physically keep us in poverty, not only did they legally keep us in poverty, they mentally and spiritually kept us in poverty. They put spells on our mindset. They caused us to attack each other. Y'all know the Willie Lynch letters, right? So they had us talking bad. Oh, you light skin. Oh, you dark skin. Oh, you this. You in the house. You a field. All this stuff to get us to be crabs in the barrel, to keep us from winning. We got to break out of it and start thinking elite. That's what I'm trying
Yep.
to tell y'all. Christ had his disciples, which were elite.
That's right.
He picked 12 disciples to come around him that were elite, that would share his mindset, that would listen to what he had to say, and that grew accordingly. And they made a name for themselves too.
They did. They sure
Think
did.
they didn't. Rollo know what I'm talking about. Y'all read the Bible. They made a name for themselves
That's right.
by following Christ, by following
The
that
name
elite
is the
thinking.
currency. The name is the currency, y'all. A lot of you have names. It's your currency. And you have to put yourself out there. And Salute to Ringo been doing it for a long time. Look where he's at. If you asked Ringo 4 or 5 years ago that he would be in the South, he probably thought about it. And to see him there, it's great, man. It's great. That music, Ringo, is top notch, fam. Man, you done did
That
it,
video
man.
was fire. That intro he
He done
did.
did it. Yeah, he done did it. You shut it down, Ringo. The numbers will speak for itself in due time because we know what type of people that can't stand you. At the same time, man, you did it, man. You did it with fruition. That is by far one of the best videos I've seen in a long time, man. From start to finish.
Facts, man.
Man,
That's
that's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, brainwaves.
Yeah, it is. As when I do video editing, I know how much time. So again, some of y'all be like, "Where's brainwaves?" I be working on stuff.
Yeah,
I don't have like that stuff takes time, y'all. It takes energy. You know,
it
and
does.
I'm telling you, but the thing is, we're working towards excellence. We're working towards greatness.
Greatness. That's
You
right.
can't get there if you sit there. Like I said, if you don't work, you don't eat.
That's
So
right.
we got to grind while we have health and we have our youth and we have the energy and why the Most High has provided all that for us to progress forward.
That's right. No excuses, because he could take it away. People that don't do what they're supposed to do, a lot of them is in the hospital because they didn't do what they're supposed to do while they had the energy. And that's what you're going to start seeing with certain content creators are. And it's happening right in front of our eyes. It's just what it is. This is why we tell you, don't think low of yourself. Increase. The Most High said we shall increase in these last days. The meek shall inherit the earth. So we're going to inherit the earth. Inherit is not only money, currency, opportunities. Your children, man. Y'all there for your children. You want your children to do better than y'all, man. You don't want them to be looking at you and have them in an uncompromised situation. That's not fair to the kids. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to them, ladies and fellas. It's not. You want your children to be happy that you gave them an opportunity to see something better than when you was coming up. Yep.
Facts, man. Facts. Listen, the tough stuff challenges you to be great. When
Yep.
we do work in school, right? We have problems and stuff in classwork and homework, and it's just like, oh man, it's tough. But guess what happens? That toughness works your mind. It works the muscle in your mind, and it grows it. It makes it stronger. And once you figure it out and you learn it, you become more powerful. Knowledge is power. Same thing. When you have a personal trainer, that personal trainer is going to push you. When you have a nutritionist, that nutritionist is going to push you. When you have a coach is going to push you, right? The list goes on and on. When you're being pushed, you're being challenged for greatness. Why? Because that nutritionist, that teacher, that coach, or what have you, that knows that you could do more, knows that you can be greater, knows that you
Yep.
can go to the next level. And they have a job and a task to put you to that next level. So that's what we're doing. We're not hypocrites. Y'all see us going to the next level. We pushing y'all to the next level. That's what it is. See, like I said, watch the people who act like they're being innovative, act like they're being leaders. They're just thieves. They steal people's energy. They steal people's time. They steal people's talking points. They stealing everything, trying to make it seem like they coming up with stuff new, thinking that it's going to grow somebody. And they're not really growing, right? It's crazy, man. I like what Justice said.
Yeah, but no, we don't want to
But
talk about
we
that.
don't, we don't, yeah,
I don't want
yeah,
to talk about that, man.
yeah, yeah.
Keystone, we get that. We get that, Keystone. I don't care for that, man. I don't care for that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, none of that stuff is great anyway.
It's not.
Listen,
It's not.
if it listen, if any of that stuff that they was doing was great, then everybody be already pulled up. Everybody would have been pulled up years ago. That's all y'all need to know. If what they was doing was great, everybody would have pulled up years ago. So, we not on these tips of wannabes, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and all of that. We
Yeah.
are actually about it. That's what we
Yeah.
speak. We show y'all results. We show y'all progress. Um, so look, Elizabeth says, I don't have a YouTube channel, but I post on TikTok when I can. So this is what I want you to do, Elizabeth. I want you to focus on either growing your TikTok or furthering your TikTok and or incorporating a YouTube channel or perhaps another social media platform as well. I want
Exactly.
you to look into that, see what's required, and see how doing that could be a benefit to you. I don't want you just to be spinning wheels. Just look into it. Take your time. If you're reading about it, if you're learning about it, if you're watching videos about it, if you're asking other content creators to have a TikTok and have another platform, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I got a TikTok. I got other platforms.
I just
I've been there
recently
and done that.
I just recently did the TikTok finally.
Oh, nice.
I haven't done anything with it yet. I will eventually. It's because the young lady that I was talking to, you know, saying that you saw at the pool, she was like, "You need to get a TikTok." I said, "Okay." So I follow her on TikTok, you know, the one from Boston. Then I told her about my YouTube channel, and that's basically that. You know, yeah, there's some ladies doing pretty good on TikTok. A lot of sisters is doing good on TikTok. There's a few guys do well on TikTok. It all depends on what you're talking about, what you advertising. You can't be in fear. You know, some people quit and then they regret quitting. I'm just saying, keep it going.
Facts.
And your best actionary will be when you tired. That'd be the best content. Ringo is correct because I was really out of it yesterday. I was up almost 20 hours, putting in a lot of work, and I finally got some great rest. All praise to the Most High. Went into the site, man, juvenated. Now we doing this live. It's almost 11. Been up since
11.
7. Been up since 7 a.m. because I had to prep to go to the site and all that. So
Facts.
yeah, no excuses 2025. Like Nino Brown said, man, don't let me put that video.
Oh yeah, look, you ain't gotta play Nino Brown. We we already know.
Oh man.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
this is good. This is good stuff, man.
This is great stuff, man. Absolutely, absolutely. So listen, we're gonna close it out, y'all, because I gotta get ready for the site tomorrow, amongst other things. I gotta get all the stuff I gotta clean in this place, you know what I'm saying? Get my bed made, straightened out, and all that, man. It's just when you have a place of residence that somebody lets you be in charge of, it's a lot of responsibility, man. You know, putting this together, putting that together, and I concentrate on this room because this is only temporary, y'all. Y'all already know I'm going to get my own place soon, man. I can't wait, man. Can't wait. The vehicle when the time comes. You know what, Brainwaves? I'm not even in a rush because with everything going on, I know the Most High got certain things going on for me. Because once I get the vehicle, it's a wrap, man. I'll be doing more content outside like I used to.
Yeah, that's good. We're gonna be like, where's Rollo? Up there he goes again. Yeah,
man. Because
it's on, man.
yeah, the vehicle is just it's more extra income, man. It's just more extra income, man. Man. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
for
that's
real.
my final words, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thanks to those who support the super chat on RZA. Thank you, Keystone, for supporting the Cash App. And that's my final say to Ringo, to everybody tuning in. I appreciate y'all liking the video. Make sure y'all like the video on both channels. And I'm going to let Brainwaves have the floor. And there we go. Appreciate
Man,
it.
Selena even pulled up.
Oh, Selena coming now.
Yep.
She came. She came. Hey, Selena.
Look, she came to be attached to the greatness. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
She
that's
here.
all she did. Yeah.
She came through. Listen, y'all, about that being attached to the greatness. This is
Mhm.
what we're talking about. We're elite. Y'all gotta start thinking about yourself as elite. You gotta see yourself as elite, not average, not below average. Wherever you are, everybody's at a different spot depending on what you're working on, where you're trying to go. There's a lot of factors here, right? So we can't just make one statement. But one statement that we can make is that we're winning. They're losing. Make a decision on whether you want to be a part of the winning team or the losing team. When you look at anyone that is winning, they always tell you about putting in the work. They tell you to stay focused. It's some version of that. Go after whatever it is. Don't let anybody get you discouraged. That's what we're doing here. You're going to have noise. You're going to have people doing a lot of confusion. When you have people that's in a like in an arena, for example, when it comes to basketball, right? When it comes to NBA, you will have somebody that's about to do a free throw shot, and maybe you could be the particular player on a team that arena does not like. So you're going to catch nothing but boos and noise and all that to try to distract you. You got to drown out that noise and just focus on what you do. And at that particular moment, your job is to land those free throws. So you focus on what you're supposed to do. Drown out the noise. Don't let the haters get you distracted. Don't let people get you off course. Don't let people start making you think about this and think about that doesn't matter. You focus on the things that matter. You focus on the things that you have drive for. Like, for example, Elizabeth Williams. She said that she does basic things and what have you for herself so that she can do extra, do more for her children. Her children is a motivating factor. That's a driving factor, for example. So be like Elizabeth. Just focus on your kids and focus on doing more for your kids. If you focus on that, you drive out noise. You're not going to be focused on, I'm just basic. You're going to be focused on, I'm trying to do more for my kids. I want more for my kids. And all of a sudden, you're going to get aligned with people that want to do more, that want you to have more. We are content creators that want more. We have more. You're seeing us have more. You're seeing us go places. And that's what we're about. The content creators that are here in the live chat that I know, I've personally talked to them outside of social media. And I know a lot of them have dreams. A lot of them have voices. A lot of them have goals to be more than y'all even realize that they are. And they've shared some of these with me personally. And guess what? I'm watching them progress. I'm watching them come up. We all are watching them progress and come up. And guess what? Y'all think that this is the end? Y'all think that this is the height of where we're going? We're just getting started. Well, if we're just getting started, for all of you that's watching us, the same applies with y'all. Y'all are just getting started. Remember what Rollo said, and remember what the scripture says. The meek shall inherit the earth. Y'all, we got a whole planet to inherit. Stop thinking small. We have a whole planet to inherit. The wicked are losing. They're dying out. They're getting frustrated. They're trying to do all they can to stop us from inheriting. And they got to sit here. Part of their judgment is to sit wherever they are and watch us come up. Watch us inherit it. And guess what? Not only are they going to watch us individually come up, they got to watch us collectively come up. They got to see our smiles. They got to see our wins. And they got to see our celebrations. So y'all stay encouraged. Y'all stay around people that's trying to win. And if you got people around you that's trying to lose, that's trying to be basic, they don't want to do what you do. They don't see the greatness in your vision. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you just cleaning your house. I don't care if you cooking food, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't care if you going to the store. I don't care what it is. Be great at everything you do. When you go in that store, when you go to shop, you are elite. Shop with greatness. Shop with that. When you do whatever it is you do, think about being elite. Be great. That's the people that win. That's the people that excel. Not people that's making excuses, crying and whining all the time. Oh, find a way. Like they say, where there's a will, there's a way. Everything is possible through the Most High. Nothing is impossible if you have God in your life. So y'all stay on this. Y'all stay focused to this. Don't worry about whatever haters and whatever trolls they're going to say. That's how the demon works. That's how the devil works. The moment you make your mind up, say, I am elite. I'm going to be elite. I heard what Rollo said. I heard what Ringo says. I heard what Brainwave says. I heard what Selena said. I heard what a lot of people said. Other people been saying to me. I heard this is what the Holy Spirit been saying to me. God been talking to me. You know, I'm going to be elite. I'm about this life. I'm doing this. Just know the devil's going to try to stop you, try to discourage you, try to shut you down, block out the noise. Be like the NBA star or the WNBA star for you ladies. Block out the noise. You might be operating in an arena where everybody hates you, but guess what? That's the arena that the Most High told you to be in. That's where you're called to play your game, to do the purpose that the Most High has for your life in that particular arena. You block out the noise and you just focus on making that jump shot. You focus on making that basket. Don't worry about nobody else because you got a whole team that's there to support you. And guess what? You got fans, whether you realize it or not, that's there to support you. So let's move accordingly. Play this on repeat. For those of you that came towards the end, you're going to have to run this back. Because when you run this back, this is going to set you up for a win. Mark this right now in your calendars. Everybody that has watched this live stream, me included, Rollo included, is going to have a win. Why? Because we're all in accordance. When two or more are gathered, we're all following the scripture. We're all doing what the Bible says. We're set up to win. So I don't care what nobody said. I don't care what nobody's did. Mark your calendars that on June the 3rd, you got the memo. And watch what happens as you go forth. And as
That's
it
right.
goes forth, when we on our channels, for us as content creators, when you on your jobs, when you're around the people that you know you can talk to, talk about your wins.
That's
Celebrate
right.
your wins. And I want
That's
y'all
right.
to actually celebrate right now. Why? Because it's already done. Y'all know how the Most High operates. It's already done. You just need to receive this message so you can receive your win. That's an
right.
elite mindset. That's all I got to say.
Shout out to Keystone for support for the 5. Salute, Keystone.
That's right. 309 technology.
That's Keystone right there.
That's crazy. Wow, man. Appreciate the support, man. I look, let the Most High continue to bless all of y'all. Those that wanted to support, those that are here supporting, those that's ready to make that change, those that's incorporating this elite mindset. Y'all are winning, man. Elizabeth, go out there and win for your kids, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
RZA says she need to hear.
Waco,
Y'all
same thing.
Ringo know what it is, man. Y'all all celebrate, man. Ringo had a big win. He had an amazing birthday.
He had a great win.
Man, he had
greater
crazy
win.
support. He had the greatest support probably of all time.
He did.
Screen. And man, that jump was funny too. But it was a wonderful celebration. Wonderful. Like, this is where we're all going, y'all. So let's go here together. Let's spiritually hold each other's hand and keep each other where we can move together and not let other folks cause us to fall and stumble. We're supposed to keep each other lifted up and encouraged. So let's do that. And again, June the 3rd is the date. Selena got it down. She put it in the chat. Selena ain't playing it. Selena like, hey, I'm coming up. She on my out. She said, I'm getting this win.
Selena's been doing great with her numbers and support coming in heavy over there.
Selena,
you found your niche. Remember that conversation we had, Selena? You found your niche. Yeah. Yeah, Ringo had the greatest B-Day of all time.
Man.
Big time. That is by far the most powerful studio we ever seen in 2025.
And that intro,
man,
and that song, I still got that thing in my head right now.
Yeah, me too.
It's going down, coming around, up and down.
My favorite part is when he arrived with his scooter, because that's what he did when he was in New York, and he drove that thing fast. I said, yeah, he arrived in the South. Because, yeah, the vehicles is great. Of course, what made me intrigued was when he rode that scooter down fast, man. I said, oh, man. Ringo, that part, wow, man. In that open space, man. It's like when we seen him in New York, he was like, he had to navigate
Yeah.
to get to. He gone, man. He gone.
He was just
down. Man, it's like, what? That was fire, man.
That was. Man. And this is only the beginning, y'all.
Yeah,
y'all
the
have
beginning of the South, the gray of the South, yeah.
Man, like, listen, y'all. Telling y'all, and I'm working on some things I'm working on some things. It seems like I'm not doing nothing. I'm doing stuff. That's why I be
We know you are. That's why you've been on the cut.
I've been busy, man. And y'all gonna see like things. It's just, man, it's things that are blessings to others. Remember,
Yep.
that's what elite do. Elite,
Yep.
they blaze their own path, and the more they bless other people, the more they get blessed. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You know, you are being a blessing to others. That's how the Most High blessed us. He blesses us to be a blessing. So y'all focus on remembering that. Y'all all about to come up. We halfway through the year essentially, and this is when we about to just spring forward. And a lot of people don't want you to spring forward. So look, we're gonna spring forward together. We're going to ignore them. We're moving further and further away from them. And y'all gonna look back to this moment. You absolutely are welcome, Elizabeth. Y'all gonna look back to this
Absolutely.
moment and be like, man, I'm so glad that this video went out. This is why we do what we do. And that's what the Bible says. You have to keep people encouraged. You don't keep people in doom and gloom and in fear and worry, looking over their shoulder. Is this coming? What's about to happen? And that's evil. That's demonic. That's satanic.
Yep.
Watch out for people like that. They steal your energy, steal your focus, steal your time. They get you worshiping them, get you following them instead of worshiping the Most High. Come on now. So, I mean, hey, we all winning. That's what I want to know. I want to continue to hear about us doing well, doing better, improving, growing, increasing. I'm telling you, man, I'm seeing it happen. It's a beautiful thing to watch brothers and sisters come up, especially
That's
when you
right.
know where they came from, when you know about the struggles that they came from, and you see them coming up. And then the next time you talk to them, it's like, man, you done came up again. You could like, wow. You got more love in your life, more joy in your life, more health, more wealth. This is good, man. That's what I'm about. I ain't about all that other stuff. And neither is Rollo.
That's right.
So hey, we pretty much stuck around. Hey, 3.5 minutes. We're gonna hit that 2 hour mark. I
Yeah, we're
mean,
gonna
I
hit
can
the two
hang.
hour mark. Yeah.
I can hang.
All right. Let me do something here. Let me see. Something came up on my feed. Let me play this. Da, 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 da. Let me see if I find it.
And while Rollo's trying to pull up something here, again, for all the content creators, listen, if y'all in my chat, I told y'all this once, I'm going to tell y'all this again. Put your channel links in my chat. I don't care anytime I'm live or whatever. If you just want to post it in the comment section, feel free to promote your channels on my channel. I do not care. I know who you are. I know y'all personally. Do what y'all need to do. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I
Here we
think you
go.
got it.
Here we go with the relationship thing. Here we go. Let's get to it.
Good wife, but doesn't ask you to marry them. What's that about?
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Here we go.
Says you will make a good wife, but doesn't ask you to marry them. What's that about?
Oh, you will make a good wife for somebody else. What good is it to be a good wife to a man that ain't looking for one? What good is it to have commitment, faithfulness? You know how to build in a man. You know how to be an effective helpmate for a man that's blind to seeing what a capable wife is. Sometimes you got to make sure this man is that husband before. Sometimes y'all are being wives to men that ain't husbands before. He ain't looking for a lifetime. That man is looking for the nighttime. And oftentimes what you do is you give everything to a person that ain't made a wager on you.
And sometimes he is looking for a wife. You just ain't it. We're gonna keep it real. We gotta keep it real. Now being me, we gotta keep it real, baby, right? And this is the thing. Ladies, we gotta get off of what he told us. We gotta stop falling in love with the promises and fall in love with his results. If his actions are not showing that he is ready to run the play to make you a wife, who gives a what he said? Whatever he's saying, we don't stand on. I stand on what are your results. I stand on what are you showing me. I stand on where are you leading us to? Because you can tell me anything you want as a manipulative tactic. To Trill's point, because people in general, not just men, will tell us the narrative we need to hear so they can keep us convenient and available based on their terms. And I don't want you to fall into that line. Don't let him run plays on you. Don't play that game.
You know what you should have told that man? You should have told him, if I will make a great wife, treat me like one.
What did we just talk about earlier?
Man,
You ladies would rather listen to a dude to say sweet nothing in your ears than me and Brainwaves or Ringo be upfront with you. Ladies, I'm upfront. I want you to be great. You can't be around me if you don't want to be great. I'm not going back to regular stuff. You seen this lady? She gave her all to a dude that didn't want to take her to the next step. And most women will accept that just to say they have somebody.
yep.
And then some of you guys, you get with a woman, well, she doing this, she doing that. Yet she's not pushing you and elevating you to the next step. If you're gonna be with this woman forever, she's supposed to push you and elevate you to the next step. That's what a help me does. She look at you and say, "You're my husband. Get your behind up. Get to work. Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks, and let's get to God it victory." It's
Facts.
a turn off for me if a woman just want me to stay. I'm gonna be honest, Brainwaves. It's a turn off for me if a woman want me to stay regular. It's a turn off for me.
No, I agree. I don't even deal with women that don't want more for me
Yep.
as well as themselves.
Yes,
Like
for themselves, yeah.
if they're not striving for more, I don't waste my time with them. I don't even interact with them.
Yeah.
You know, once I find that out, you know, some people, you know, it's new, you meet or whatever, you got to find that out. Once I find that out, I'm like, yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
We've got to shift our mindset into wanting more, right? And it's not just wanting more, it's wanting more in a positive manner.
Correct.
Like you putting in the work, so you're going to receive. It's not just taking in gluttony and being in sin. You got some people that quote unquote want more, but they lazy. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. You got content creators, for an example, and I'm using this as an example as a content creator that want the top spot. They want to have this, they want to have that, but they lazy. They want you as the viewer who watch their channel to put in all the work. And then they want to receive all the accolades.
Yeah.
Versus you actually putting in the work and you're receiving the accolades for the work that you actually put in. See, there's healthy. Remember, if you don't work, you don't eat. That's what the Bible says. You can't be hearers of the word. You got to be doers of the word. We got to do work.
That's
so
right.
Be willing to do the work that it takes to get you to the next level. Sometimes that could just be simple as cutting off certain people or putting distance between you and certain people or unsubscribing for certain content creators and channels. Stop listening to certain videos and certain messages that keep you energetically and spiritually stuck without you even realizing it. Yeah. Stop listening to certain music, certain songs, doing certain things, eating certain foods. Going to certain environments, certain places, there's certain things that you could be doing that's keeping you stuck. Stop watching certain shows, whatever it is. If it's keeping you stuck, you don't need to. It's as simple as that.
Shout out to Federal Studios, man. In the building. Salute, Federal Studios. We saw you earlier.
Facts.
Salute. To everybody tuning in, we thank y'all for supporting, for coming through, liking the video, sharing the video. Y'all will be seeing us doing more content. And, when Ringo ain't busy, he'll come on the panel if he decides to. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Great things to come, Ringo TV Reactions. And we're looking forward to seeing him in the near future. Brainwaves, I will send you a message. Let me, matter of fact, I'm gonna send it to you right now because you might know what I'm talking about. Hold on one second. What you told me about 2 weeks ago. Hold on one second. Let me see. Because I'm down for that. Let me see. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, I see your message.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Selena, I'm gonna send you a message tomorrow. I'll send you a message tomorrow. I gotta make sure I have everything situated and make the confirmation. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'll see your message tomorrow. I got to see how everything looks. Okay, that sounds good. All right, that's about right. Okay, I'll look it up.
Facts.
Yes, so that's pretty much about it, y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Brown Royalty.